Just taking a little walk. Not not real good with summertime humidity. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a summer person in a way. Uh, I'm a summer person. I like summer. It ain't bad, but I just can't deal with humidity. But since it's a little breeze out here, I can deal with it to walk and talk with you guys. But again, appreciate y'all for being in here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a productive week. Today is already Friday. Wow, I just thought about it. Today is Friday already. Week went by so fast. Went by extremely fast this week. But hope you're having a great, productive day. A lot of things happened this week for me. Got a new job. Starting a new job soon. So, you know, thank the creator for that opportunity. And it's in a new direction. It's not a job that I've had in the past. New direction. And thankful for the opportunity. Thank God for the opportunity to have this new position. A totally new direction for me in life. Really grateful for the offer for this job. And so I'll see what happens. See what happens. I haven't started yet. I start next month, so hopefully start off well with this new job. But sometimes, I say that to say this. Sometimes, in order for you to go forward in life, a lot of times you have to go a new direction. I was on a certain type of job for years and years. Very stressful environments, very toxic environments, very toxic environments. And now at this job, I'm in a more professional setting. I always wanted like an office clerical job, and I feel like this is a medium, and so I'm glad for this new direction. Most jobs that I had was production jobs, warehouse jobs, and it was okay. But I would like, I always liked more work-life balance, and I feel like this new job would give me more of that. So I'm grateful for these opportunities that I receive. I don't take it for granted. Truly a blessing, and those who helped me get this job, truly grateful. But yeah, it's gonna be a new journey for me. It's kind of I wouldn't say scary, but it's just a totally new direction that we went this direction as far as my career is concerned. So interested to see where this takes me. Interested to see where this takes me. But I'm thankful for this opportunity. Thankful for this opportunity to get this position. But yeah, like I told y'all, I got fired last year from a job, and then it didn't end off well at this job last year. But I feel like at this job now, I may have more of a purpose. Sometimes you have to take a new direction to feel like you're more purposeful in a different position. And so that's what it is. That's what it is. But like I said, grateful for this new direction I'm taking. And sometimes in life you have to search for a new direction. Some people say, "Oh, you should just settle for any type of job or position, a career." But strive to, if you know that you're good at something, strive for those positions. You never know what will happen. I was very surprised that I got the offers that I got, as far as uh, where I'm going, as far as my career. So I'm very surprised uh, that they were impressed with my experience, my skills. And so very grateful for that, very grateful for these opportunities. But again, I appreciate y'all for being in here. Hope you're having a great day. But embrace new opportunities. You never know where it will lead you in life. Sometimes, and I got to the point where I was tired of, going in circles as far as my career. I always ended up on the same type of jobs, production, feeling like I'm not, I don't really have a purpose. I'm just there to make a paycheck. Uh, Bosses and supervisors, they just need you for the job, and that's it. They need you for your skill and your experience, and that's it. But I feel like this new direction I'm taking, it's more than that. It's displaying my character. It's displaying, responsibility. In this new chapter in my life. So, that's really what I want to talk about in this video. A lot of people, they're okay with certain jobs. They're okay with fast food. They're okay with working, in a production job. But, it wasn't for me. I couldn't stay there a long time. I felt like just couldn't do anything. I couldn't move forward in life being at those type of jobs because you had to work on holidays. You had to do this. You had to do that. And they tell you had to work on this day, and you had something else very important that you wanted to do outside of work. They give you a hard time if you want to get off from work. And I said, I don't want to go back to that type of job. I never want to go back to that type of job. Very traumatic experiences working in the production. Working in production is very traumatic because, you feel like, you do all you can and they still treat you unfairly, still treat you unfairly at those types of jobs. Even though I feel like, half of it was my fault as far as me getting fired from my past job, as far as attendance issues. But I feel like the other half, they worked us like robots. They had us working almost every day for months, and that's not fair at all, and I got, my body got tired. I got tired of waking up early in the morning, 5 something in the morning, and it was just a terrible experience, and then, I just got tired and stopped coming to work late, and it got worse and worse, and, they got rid of me, but, it's just, your body saying you're tired, you couldn't help it, you can't help those things you know. Plus I was trying to do YouTube and music at the same time, dealing with, things going on in the family and stuff like that. And it was a whole lot of things going on at one time. And so that's what it is, Sometimes God will, or Creator will force things out of your life for something better, That's what happened. Sometimes God, the Creator, whoever you believe in, they will force things out of your life, push things out of your life in order for something better to happen. And I believe that's what happened to me, Even when I got fired, the people that fired me, they said, I feel like something is better for you out there, something greater is better for you. Because I feel like it wasn't in their hands that I got fired. I think it was the higher ups. And so it is what it is, It is what it is. But again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And just know, sometimes your setback is setting you up for something greater. It's propelling you for something greater in life. You may not realize it now, but later on you will, Later on you'll see that your setbacks are setting you up for something greater. How you doing, Francis Foley? How you doing, Free Guy? But sometimes, setbacks are setting you up for something greater, It's kind of hot out here, so that's why I'm sweating. But, sometimes you got to make a new direction in life. Sometimes you got to make a new direction in life. And hope y'all got something from that. Hope you got something from that. If you missed what I talked about, go back, rewind this video. If you missed what I was saying. But again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please subscribe. How you doing, Young Clown? How you doing, Francis? How you doing, Free Guy? But if you missed what I was talking about, feel free to go back. Also, if you want to send me a Cash App is on my channel page in the bio. So again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time. All right.